is equal to, I want what? Only characters. That's why primary. You can okay, understood. So anybody having any doubts on this one? So for example, like I want to see the pets with the age of greater than 5. I want to see the pets with the age of greater than 5. So I want only those pets whose age is greater than 5. I want to get only those records. I don't want to get any other record. Hello. So now you can tell me how we can write a query for this. Now you can tell me how we can write a query for this. How? Simple. Select top one text. After that, what I have to write here? Select top one text. Here, age is greater than 5. Okay. Now you can see I am getting only age greater than 5. And also, like for example, like what I want is I want to get only text whose age is greater than 5 and also only cats. Okay, I want only cats whose age is greater than 5. I want only those records. I don't want any other records. Then how we can write the query for this one? You can see select top text where age is greater than 5 and also what I want and also that type should be what? Cat, right? Okay, so now what I'll do? Select Pandas. Okay, so this is the use of what means where class. Okay, anybody having any doubts in this where class, they can ask me so that I can able to explain again. Okay. Anybody having any doubts on this where class? Next, we will go with the group by. Next one is what? Group by, right? So, what is this group by means? How you have to use means? So, this group by, it is used with aggregate functions. Okay. So, it is used with aggregate functions. So, what are the aggregate functions means? Like count, minimum, maximum, average, sum. These are known as functions, aggregate functions. Okay. Count, minimum, maximum, average, sum. So these are known as what means aggregate functions. So group by always works with aggregate functions. Okay, so if you are using like group by statement, groups, so what it will do means it will group the rows that have the same value into summary rows. Okay, like for example, like if I want to find the number of customers in each state, okay, like I want to find the number of customers in each district, or maybe like I want to find the number of customers in each country. So in that situations, you have to use what means like group by. Okay, so this group by statement, it is often like it is frequently used with what means aggregate functions. So what are the aggregate functions? You know, right? Count, maximum, minimum, sum, average. Okay, so this one what I have to do means I have to group to get the result by one or more columns. So this is known as what means a group by keyword, use of group by keyword. Okay, understood. So aggregate functions you know, right? So maximum, minimum, average, sum, count. So these are known as what means aggregate functions. Okay, anybody having any doubts on this one? Group by. So now we'll see. I want to get the count of number of cats. Okay, so I want to get count of number of cats. Okay, so I want to get only those because like whose count is like a only cat count. Okay, so now we'll see how we can write a query for this. Okay, so I want to add, so I have to mention like water like I want. That one I have to mention it in a select column so that I will get only those records. So here I don't want to get all the records, so I want to get select pet type. Okay, so I want to get what means I want to get the pet type and also what I want to count, right? So I want what means count star. So for this one, what I am giving means I am giving alias name. That is known as what means as we call it as a as we call it as a alias. As what means as number of cats. Okay. So as number of cats from which table? From which table? From which table? Pets table, right? Okay, where from pets table? Where you can see where pet type, right? Where pet type equal to cat. So I want to group what? I want to group by what? I want to group by here. I want to group by pet type, right? So I want to group by pet type. So group by pet type. Okay, fine. So now I will execute so that I will get the count of number of. You can see I am having count. Cat count is what means 6. Okay, understood. So this is how I want to get what means I want to get the number of cats. Okay. So for example, if I want to count the number of pet types, okay. So now I want to count the number of pet types. So now we'll see how we can write a query for this one. Count the number of pet types. So for this one, how we can write a query for this one? Simple. Select what I want. Pet type, comma, count, right? So what I want to count, this one how I am giving name as what means number of type. Okay, from where? From which table? Pet table. Okay. So I want all the count, right? So that's why I don't use here where class. So directly I will apply group by. Okay. So you can see group by what? Pet type, right? Done. You can see cat I am having 6, dog I am having 7, parrot I am having 3. Okay, so this is how we have to use what means this is how we have to use group by function. So anybody having any doubts on this one? So for example, now I want to calculate the average age of each pet type. Okay, so for example, like I want to calculate the average age of each pet type. Okay, I want to calculate the average age of each pet type. Then what I can do, then how I can write a query for this one. Average age of each pet type. How I can write a query for this one. Just see, I will tell you. Select pet type, comma. So what I want? Here what I want? Average, right? So average of which one I want? Age, right? Okay, so for this one what I am giving? I am giving alias name as average age from which table? From pets table. Okay, so up to now here done. So now what I have to do? I have to group by based on which one? Pet type, right? So now what I have to do? Group by pet type. Okay, so now what I will do? I will select and I will. You can see this is the average. Cat 6, 7, 8. So this is the average of age. Okay. So anybody having any doubts on this one? So now, for example, like if I want to, yeah. So for example, if I want to get the minimum and maximum age of males and females, I want to get, so you can see I want to get minimum and maximum age of males and females. Okay, so now we'll see how we can write a query for this. Okay, so I want to get what? I want to get the minimum and maximum age of males and females. Okay, so for this one, what I will do is I will simply select. So here, what I am doing, gender, right? So gender, comma. So what I want here, minimum and maximum age, right? So first one is what? Minimum age. So this one is what? As minimum age. Comma, next what I want? Maximum age. Okay. Maximum age. So from which table? From which table? From text. Group by what? I have to group by what? Group by gender, right? So now you can see, anybody having any doubts on this one, group by. So anybody having any doubts on this group by function, they can ask me so that I can able to explain. Okay. Ask me so that I can explain you. Okay. Anybody having any doubts on this one? Group by. Anybody having any doubts on this group by function, they can ask. If you are not having any doubts, we'll go with another keyword that is nothing but having keyword. Okay, having keyword. So what is the use of this having keyword? Means if I want to filter the record on group by function, I will use having keyword. Okay, if I want to filter the records, okay, if I want to filter the records, okay, on which one means on this group by, whatever the group by I am giving, getting the result, on that one I have to apply the filter. Okay, so in that situations I can use what means having keyword. Okay, on group by records. Okay, so in that situations what I can do, I can use this having keyword. Okay, so you are telling like where class also is there, but this where keyword, it cannot be used with aggregate functions. So that's why we are using having keyword. Okay, where keyword, it cannot be used with aggregate functions. Okay, where keyword, hello. Yeah, can you able to see my screen, right? Hello, hello. So I want to get the pets having count, which is what means greater than 3. Okay. So now what I'll do, I will write a query, select pet type, comma, so what I want, count. Count of which one I want? Count of star. This one as what means and count. I'm giving this one as height. Okay, count height alias name. From which table? From page table. So after that, what I have to do? I have to group by, right? Group by based on which one? Group by based on which one? Page type, right? Group by what? Based on which one? Page type. Okay, which is having. Now I am applying here having. For this group by, I am applying having keyword. Okay, having which one? Count of star greater than 3. Okay, so now what I do? Put this. I am getting only those two records, cat and dog. I am not getting parrot because parrot count is what means 3. Okay, so I want greater than 3. So that's why what I am doing, I am using here having keyword. Okay, understood? Now anybody having any doubts, they can ask me. This is how we have to use what means, this is how we have to use having keyword. So for example, like what we can say means, for example, if I want to see whose average age is equal to 7, I want only those records. Okay, whose average age is equal to 7. Okay, so now I want what means pets average age is equal to 7. Okay, so I want only those records. Okay, so I don't want any other records. Now we'll see how we can type it. Okay, select type comma. So now what I want? Average, right? So what I will mention here? Average of which one? Average of which one? Age, right? Average age from which table? Pets table. Okay. Average age from pets table. I have to go by what? Pet type, right? Go by pet type. Here I have to apply what means having. Okay, here I have to apply having keyword. Having average of age, it is equal to 7. Okay, so now what I will do? You can see I'm getting only that whose age is equal to 7. Okay, so anybody having any doubts on this one? Up to now, like whatever like we have discussed, anybody is having any doubts on this one, you can ask. Okay, still now like whatever like we have discussed, you can ask me so that I can able to explain you again. Okay, anybody having any doubts on this one? Hello. Yeah, anybody having any doubts on this one, they can ask me so that I can able to explain you again. No doubts, right? Okay, so if you are not having any doubts, then we'll continue remaining class. Okay, tomorrow we can continue. Remaining topics we can continue tomorrow, okay? Yeah. See you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.
Yeah, so please share the notes what have noted from your side in the group. Okay.
Hello, guys. Yeah. Hello, Sai Kiran. Hello, Tejashwini Sai Kiran. Hello. Class is done. Hello. Hello, Sai Kiran. Yeah. Okay. Fine. I'm ending the class. Okay.